Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celebrity Room. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, we're just going to talk about Oprah and also talk about a little about the diet culture that is happening in America. So Oprah recently did an interview with Variety magazine, and she shared her sentiments about Weight Watchers because earlier this year she has stepped down from Weight Watchers, and revealed that she is using weight loss medication, which is probably Ozempic or is it called Tanjiro? There's a couple of them that I see on TikTok. So she said to the audience in Variety, "I want to acknowledge that I am a steadfast participant in this diet culture through my platforms, through the magazine, through the talk show for 25 years. I've been a major contributor to it," which is true because Oprah has always talked about the different diets she's been on, the different, whether it's paleo, keto, Weight Watchers. Oprah has done it all, literally done it all. So she's have done throughout her staples since she's been working on television. And while speaking, she recalled a moment from her talk show in 1988 where she rolled the wagon fat on the stage and referred it to one of her biggest regrets. She continued, "It's a message that starving yourself with a liquid diet and set up a standard for people watching that I nor or anybody else could uphold." Oprah continued to take responsibilities for her for what she contributed to the diet culture. "And I owe what I've done, and now I want to do better." As previously reported back in February, Oprah stepped down from Weight Watchers board and shares in her company where she donated to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Now, I remember that, well, I wasn't born yet, but I remember seeing that interview, that special that Oprah did where she rolled out a wagon with all this fat. And if you ever go to like health expos and things, they like to show you what 10 pounds of fat looks like. And they always have it in that big, the yellow thing so you can feel how much 10 pounds of fat is. And she rolled out about 20 of those with a red wagon. I remember she had on these jeans with this black tight turtleneck and this belt and with her waist cinched. I'm going to put a clip in this video, and she talked about how much weight she lost. And
the time I felt it was important to show it in that way because I'd starved. I literally starved for 4 months or 4.5 months and thought, well, everybody's going to want to know how you lost the weight, so you might as well tell them. 25 years, making fun of my weight was national sport.
For one night, Oprah was back in studio.
I wanted to do this special for the more than 100 million people in the United States and the over 1 billion people around the world who are living with obesity.
And hosting a primetime special on ABC, addressing the stigma surrounding obesity, and at times getting deeply personal.
Mr. Blackwell, the tastemaker of the time, called me bumpy, lumpy, and downright dumpy. So, in an effort to combat all the shame, I starved myself for nearly 5 months.
Front and center were drugs being used for weight loss, like Ozempic and Mounjaro, that are changing the game for people living with obesity.
So she said she used a liquid diet, and as we know, with diet culture, a liquid diet is not sustainable for anyone. It is a short fix, and sometimes if you do different diets like that, it can definitely send your body into starvation mode. So when you actually start to eat solids again and the diet that you had previously, you may put on the weight back and plus more because your body will go into starvation mode. I also do remember Oprah speaking about how after that show that she binged ate like she never binged ate before. And then, as we continued to watch the Oprah series, that she did gain that weight back and some more. So, she said she went on a huge binge after that show, eating everything in sight after filming that episode of Oprah. And it's funny because this article popped up and me and my friend were actually just talking, shout Dee Dee. Me and my friend were just talking about diet culture with Ozempic and things like that. You know, it's not just the celebrities that are doing it. You know, it's also, you know, people, 9 to 5 people, everyday walks of life for people. And I'm not judging anyone. I say, like, people are doing it for different reasons. Some people are doing it to lose the extra 30 pounds they can't get off. Some people are doing it so it can decrease their cholesterol, the high blood pressure, their diabetes that they may have. Some people are doing it just to get a good jump start because, people sometimes, have extra weight for different reasons, whether it's emotional, whether it's medical, whether it's just their environment and or lack of education. So I do not judge people who do want to take Ozempic and things like that. But as a previous video I did on, just make sure that you're getting it from reputable companies and that you're going to the doctors and getting it from the correct people, because the last video I did was this lady on TikTok was actually selling knockoff Ozempic on TikTok to people, which was causing them to get infections and lesions and sores, really bad bacterial infections. So if you're going to, take this route, please do it the healthy way. And I've always been a firm believer, because I'm someone who's also currently on a health journey, just, to be eating better, working out more. And, if you are going to go on a weight loss journey and things like that, just make sure that you do the education, you learn about how to eat properly, nutrition properly, and the emotional. Make sure you also tackle the emotional side, maybe why you may overeat or have different issues in that way, because everybody's different. Not everybody has some type of emotional past, but sometimes you kind of find out why you do overeat, why you do binge eat. It's important to get. That's why with people who do get weight loss surgeries, they do have them do different workshops and trainings and therapy before doing this, because we want to get to the root of the issue and not just the outward appearance, just the root, because a lot of these issues comes from a root of something. So I think it's great that Oprah is taking accountability towards the diet culture, because that's one of the Oprah episodes I do remember personally. And growing up, there was Biggest Loser, as we know, Biggest Loser. Oh my gosh! Like, fast forward, they could never have a show like Biggest Loser today, because I remember I used to watch it, but then when you watch old clips, it's just like they were fat shame the people. And another thing that was really bad was, like, they would make these people exercise until they passed out, like pushing these people's bodies past the limit. And
so if you ever saw the show The Biggest Loser, you probably saw some pretty insane transformations like this one. It was super common for people to lose like 100 plus pounds. I've seen people lose like close to 40 pounds in a week. Insane numbers. But did you know on average contestants gained 90 pounds after they lost all the weight? I've also heard other nightmare stories of the trainers putting them on like weight loss drugs and a bunch of stuff like that. I don't know how true that is, but if you needed any more signs to not crash diet, let this be it.
It did not start out as a show that intended to get great results. It started out as a show very clearly that was intended to humiliate people. And I have to give credit to Bob Harper and myself, because we both basically sat down together one day as we were pitted against each other in competition and said, look, we can turn this around. We can actually make this into something special where people do change their life and they do lose weight. And that did happen. And then all of a sudden the producers were like, wait a second, I think we have this inspirational weight loss brand here.
So unless you faint, puke, or die, keep walking. I don't care if you both die on this floor. You better die looking good. Let's go. And every time you want to quit, think about your father, about to drop dead on the treadmill. Go. Go! I don't care about makeovers. I don't care about your family. I don't care about anything. All I care about is that your ass gets smaller. That's all that I care about right now. That's it. Ass smaller. I don't care about anything else. No. Hands up now. Right in front of me.
Those dizzy noises.
Let me see it. If you do not throw up right now, we're gonna have problems.
The door's open. Just throw up in the plan.
Get on the ladder or go out the door. Dan, no! Come on, treadmill, now! Are you kidding me with the falling on the ground right now?
when you start working out, it has to be a gradual process. And the trainers on that show were only worried about making sure these people would lose like 5 to 10 pounds a week, and would have them do sprint intervals on the treadmill. And someone who hasn't exercised in 10 years, that can really be detrimental to somebody doing that. Now, and on top of the extreme exercising, the extreme dieting that they would make them do, make them to restrict so much, and make them work out for hours and hours, and twice a day, hours and hours a day, which is not something that's going to be sustainable once they get down to their goal weight. And you know, when they interviewed people years later that were on The Biggest Loser, a good amount of them gained the weight back, because some of them weren't really taught the whole nutritional value to eating, and how you eat to live and not live to eat, the type of thing. And a lot of people, they gained the weight back, and a couple people did have health issues because of the excessive exercising and the extreme weight loss, which is not good for your heart. Even we talk about extreme weight gain is not good for your heart, but extreme weight loss is not good for your heart either. So yeah, America definitely does have some type of issues with dieting. I feel like we're always thrown in our faces different types of dieting, whether it's being vegan, or nothing wrong with being vegan, but I'm just talking about all the different trends that are constantly paleo, different things that are being thrown at us. When America, we do have an issue with obesity, but for different reasons. So also stress too, because America, the way that rent is looking, the way that these jobs are not paying people the correct wages, like stress, and people stress eat, which is totally understandable. So the America, like a lot of these companies and different, like I know as an individual we have to take responsibility, but sometimes our environment can cause, the overeating and the issues. But yeah, and then back on MTV they had the show Fat Camp, where they had the show of helping teenagers lose weight.
My name is Logan, and I'm 14 years old. I hate my whole body, just like my stomach and like my thigh fat. If I lose 40 pounds, then I'm gonna be like a completely happier person.
Parts of my body that I'd like to work on this summer are basically just my entire midsection and my butt.
I think I could lose weight in my stomach area, in my legs, and in my arms. And I could lose a little stuff on the face.
The only motivation I have right now is getting through my life. The rate I'm going, my lifespan is shortening every moment.
My stomach is probably my worst part. Disgusting. It's huge. It blubs. It's nasty. It needs to go away. I don't like my weight. I don't like my size. I don't like anything about my body.
And there was another show on MTV, another show that helped teenage people lose weight the summer before they started college and things like that. So, diet has always been a part of the American culture, and it will continue to be. With Ozempic, this is the new wave. Everybody wants to get back to the 90s skinny. So, and it's interesting, who started this first? It seems like the Kardashians, as we notice, they literally started to deflate their BBLs out of nowhere. Kylie butt got smaller, Khloe's butt got smaller, Kim has actually reached a new level of skinny that we've all never seen before recently, especially at the Met Gala. Her waist, that was so small. That was cinched in with a corset, but I think the Kardashians really did start that new wave of skinny again. Because me and my friend were actually talking about it this morning. She was saying that a lot of clothes aren't going bigger than extra larges anymore. What else was she saying? She talked about the Ozempic, and so I'm glad, back to the topic, I'm glad Oprah is taking accountability. And because I noticed, I was like, when The Color Purple came out, I was like, we have never seen Oprah on the red carpet this much, and girlfriend was showing off her weight loss, you know, Oprah was just say, hey, look at me, y'all. And I guess that weight loss medication is working, because we've never seen Oprah. We have, but not a healthy way. We've never seen Oprah, you know, she's always been on the curvier side. So yeah, so what are you guys' thought on the current diet culture and status in America right now? What do you guys think about the Ozempic, all the celebrities that used to, like Kelly Clarkson, Mindy, Christina Aguilera, the list goes on, the Osbournes, the list goes on and on of alleged celebrities that are using Ozempic, because it seems like, it's very interesting, because it seems like a lot of people don't even want to admit it. It's like kind of the same thing of plastic surgery. When people have plastic surgery, it's like the taboo is just like, oh no, I was naturally born this way, and obviously there was some type of surgery that you know, that took place. So it seems like everybody, you know, the weight loss medication that people are saying, they kind of are just like, but at the same time, I guess it's nobody's business, but they are in the public eye, and you know, a lot of people do look up to these different people. So yeah, so very interesting, very interesting. I wonder what trend will be next. If you guys like today's video, please like and subscribe for more content. And if you guys are going to lose weight, please do it the healthy way. And there's nothing wrong with having a goal in mind of how you want to look and whatnot, but just make sure, you know, you're taking your health a priority first. That's my main advice for anyone on their journey. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, roomies.
I've been a fan of Oprah Winfrey for many, many years, but I'm not feeling this direction that she's going in lately. She's talking about now that she wants to apologize for pushing unrealistic standards about weight on the American public, and how when she was on the liquid diet and most recently Weight Watchers, and that she is sorry for talking about these unhealthy ways to lose weight. But I'm not liking that, because I don't like when people get in a position where they're happy about something and then they want to apologize about it, or they're in a position where they don't have it anymore and they want to talk about it. And I guess everybody does it, but now that she's at her happy weight, probably now she wants to apologize to everybody about pushing an agenda on people. Just like the same thing with Tyra Banks. She wants to apologize now for pushing unrealistic standards, beauty standards on the public. But you lived and made millions of dollars off of your unrealistic beauty standards. And Oprah, you made millions of dollars off of your thoughts about losing weight. I remember that show when you pulled out the wagon, and everybody, that's probably one of your highest rated shows ever. So now it's time, it's too late to apologize.